your riding. Last week we checked in and talked about using pain and pleasure ways of talking to ourselves and pain and pleasure ideas to create motivation and encourage us to get up and take action and say yes to riding rather than staying on the couch if it's a bit of a cold winter day. And today I want to share with you how you can use goal setting to help motivate you through winter and how to stay on track with your rides and say yes to riding and come out of winter with a better training mindset, more confidence and feeling like you're on track to achieve your end of year goals. So I want you to think about what goals did you set at the start of the year, or if you're not a goal setter, what kind of did you have in mind for where you'll be at the end of this year? Were there certain competitions you were or are aiming to qualify for, or certain level you want to be riding at the end of this year, moving up a level? Or is there certain training movements that you want to be training and working and perfecting towards the end of the year? And also just in terms of your confidence or your rider's mindset, where do you want to be? What kind of goals maybe did you set for that around where you want to be at the end of the year? Or what rider's fitness or horse fitness you want to create by the end of this year? So I want you to have a think about that. And then I want you to think about, are you on track to achieving this by the end of the year? And if you think about, we're at the start of winter, so we're at the middle of June at the moment here, and how are you going with those goals that you thought about or set at the start of the year? Are you on track? Or maybe the habits you're starting to create at the start of winter now, are they habits that are going to keep you on track and in the right stages for the year to achieve your end of year goals? Or are you maybe creating habits now where you're starting to get the excuses come in about maybe it's too cold or it's too wet or too dark? And how are they affecting your riding at the moment? Are you riding enough? Are you riding the amount of times you need to ride to stay on top of the learnings you need to get for the end of year goals? And just checking in with yourself. Another great kind of tool is to think about how many rides. So when you think about your goal that you've set, if you say, yes, I am on track, yeah, that's fantastic. Pat on the back to you, that is really good. Stay motivated and whatever you're doing, keep doing it because it's working for you. However, if you're saying, oh, nah, I'm not really on track to achieve my goals, I've already put off a few rides this winter and we're only a couple of weeks into it and I really feel like I don't know how I'm going to maintain my motivation over winter. I'm already sick of the rain. If you're already kind of getting that mindset, then really thinking about what are those goals you want. Are they strong enough? Are they big enough for you? And if not, create some more exciting goals for you and your horse. And when you set those goals, I want you to think to the end result and then think back, what do you need to be doing in the months before to be able to hit those goals and hit the target? And winter, it goes for 3 months. So 3 months, you can do so much and learn so much in 3 months in your riding. Your riding can go uphill so far in 3 months. And what can you achieve in those 3 months if you continue to maintain your motivation and stay riding, stay learning, stay growing, stay having lessons and working on your mindset and keeping your horse fit and you fit? What can you achieve in those 3 months that'll get you coming into spring a step ahead of maybe where you would be if you had turned your horse out for the whole time or come up with too many excuses to miss too many rides? I want you to think about, like, I'm not saying you can definitely turn your horse out, and it's individual for each rider and each horse where they're at in their training and what your end goal is. I don't recommend turning your horse out for all of winter. That's just me personally. I don't do that. If you're going to give your horse a break, which we should at times throughout the year, through winter is a great one because you both get to stay a bit drier and warmer, so it's a great time. So schedule that break in. That's fine. No issue at all with scheduling breaks in, for sure. The challenge, I suppose, that comes up for riders is that when we say we're going to ride a certain amount of times, or we schedule a ride in our diary and then we come up with an excuse to say why we're not going to ride, and it's those moments that become really damaging when we build them up too many times. When there's too many times where we're gonna ride, gonna, and then we don't, it is damaging for our confidence. It's damaging for our feeling of, yes, I can say I'm going to do something and do it. And it's just long term, it obviously doesn't give us the effect of achieving our goals or the results. So it's those rides I'm talking about. And by really checking in with where your goal is at the moment, your end of year goal, and working out what you need to do, where you need to be each month to maintain your ability to achieve those goals, is going to give you the motivation or the drive to go on those rides when maybe it's a little bit kind of cold or damp outside, or get up in the early mornings when it's dark and get out there and ride. And taking it a step forward, once you've worked out what your goal is and really make it exciting for yourself, you then want to think, okay, how many times do I need to ride a week to achieve my goals? And for you, it's different for everyone. Obviously, for you, it might be 3 times a week, it might be 5 times a week, it might be twice a week, it might be 6 times a week. Whatever it is for you, that's fine. But make sure you make a bit of a rule for yourself, and then schedule it into your diary or your planner, and have a rough idea, when are you going to ride. And then next week we're actually going to talk about excuses and how we can kind of work through these and kind of go into that a little bit deeper. So that will help for this topic as well. But just scheduling how many rides you need a week, and then the confidence it will give you, and the just the self-presence, I suppose, of going, yeah, I said I'm going to ride 2 times a week, or I said I'm going to ride 4 times a week, and I do it. Obviously, if it's pouring with rain and hailing, that's fine. You can kind of pull the pin sometimes, but reschedule, or make sure you put in the extra effort. Do some mindset work at home if it's pouring with rain. Do something to make sure you're moving forward in your goals. So I hope that helps you. I actually, if goal setting is something you have a lot of questions around, or you're not really quite sure how to do it, or you really enjoy it and want some more goal setting to do, particularly if you don't actually have a set goal and you don't really know what you want to achieve for the rest of this year, so the next 6 months or 12 months, I actually have an online course that is an hour-long course. It's a workshop where you get in. It's a PowerPoint presentation that I present to you. You can do it at any time in your own comfort of your own house. And at the end of the hour, you'll actually have, because it comes with a workbook, you'll actually have all your goals written down for the next 6 to 12 months, plus some long-term goals. And you'll have really set plan on how you're going to achieve this, and also the tools to keep motivated along the track. And I give you the tools on how to set goals correctly and what does work and what doesn't work. And I just basically step you through dot by dot, point by point, on how to set your goals. So it is something I'm really passionate about and really excited about this program. I'll put the link on the bottom of the video, so if you're interested you can access it. The program's $59, so it's something that you can just purchase online, and all you need is your computer and some internet connection, and that's all. And you can go through the program as many times as you like, so tools that you can keep using, keep utilizing. So I hope you have a fantastic week. I will see you next week when we talk about excuses. Enjoy your rides in between, and I'll see you then. Bye.